I'll leave them here. I don't want you to forget. And then let your arms come a little bit away from your sides. Turn your palms up. So you have space for your armpits, a little wider. Go wide. Yeah, there you go. Yep. And if you need support under your head or anything, you can take it. If you want to take off your glasses for this part, you can do that. If you have a like a watch thingy on, you might want to take that off. Do you want me to put it with your other things? Or do you want it? Okay. Yeah. And so let yourself rest in this state. So Shavasana means the corpse pose. So it's a practice in letting go. This is also anatomical neutral for your body. So as you're here, you can let your body rest and focus on your breath, but don't fall asleep. Stay awake and aware without hyper awareness, just like being mindful of how your body is laying on the mat, right? And observing your current tension patterns, which are generally speaking for most of us, especially at this stage in the game, not just current, but chronic, right? Chronic patterns of holding tension in the body. You might have something also acute going on at the moment, right? So, but observe how your feet fall apart. Maybe one's more floppy than the other. Observe and travel up the sides of the legs. Do you feel more of one side of the leg than the other side? And then up to the hips. Do you feel more weight on one side than the other side? And then the curve of the back. Do you feel more curve on one side of your lower back than the other side of the lower back? And the space between your hips and ribs, can you even feel that space? Can you sense it? Do you know where it is? Is there a shorter side and a longer side, or are they even? And all of these things are like very subtle, minuscule. They're not huge usually, right? So it's becoming more and more subtle with your awareness about what's going on, to be able to sense and feel completely embody your body. Yes, of course. Uh-huh. It's not that it's best to resist. Take some time to adjust when you want to. After you sense and feel something, take a moment to adjust and see how it feels differently, or maybe it still feels the same. And then at some point, you stop fidgeting, right? But you can do a little bit of adjustment in the beginning. Absolutely, yes. So observe your lower back ribs. Like, how far away from the ground are they? Is it very tight back there? Can you sense and feel that? And observe the connection to the back, so the lower back ribs, and the front, the lower front ribs. Can you feel if the lower front ribs are really pushed out? And your shoulder blades. Can you feel where your shoulder blades are on your back? Is one shoulder blade higher than the other, or more out to the side than the other? Observe, is one shoulder lifted higher towards the ear than the other, or turned in more towards the chest than the other? Observe the space between the sides of the body and the arms, like in the armpit area. Observe how the arms turn out. Is one arm more turned out than the other? Observe the backs of the hands. Are the backs of the hands on the ground? Observe the neck and head. So is the head shifted to one side? Is it turned to one side? Is it tilted to one side? Observe the curve of the neck. Is it strongly curved and hard and tight? Is it neutrally curved? Observe where your head is placed on the ground. So all of this is done with curiosity and interest, and not judgment or criticism. And the idea is your body is a system of ropes and pulleys. So you're observing your current tensegrity situation. Tensegrity is a system of ropes and pulleys. So if you're tight on one side, they're going to be overly long on the other, and your body's going to be out of alignment, and it's going to be harder for you to stand well and sit well because of all the tension points in the body, right? So we're trying to be mindful of those. The muscles can do one or two things. Muscles can contract and they can stop contracting. That's it. Okay, so what we're going to do is a little bit of somatics in order to go deeper into contraction, feel contraction, and then slowly release out of contraction and be mindful of what that feels like so you can reconnect your brain to the muscles that are chronically tight and encourage them to stop contracting. And so regaining sensory motor control of those areas of your body that have sensory motor amnesia, where you can no longer feel anything. Okay, so go ahead and bend your knees up one by one. You can turn your leg out to the side, slide your knee up, tilt the knee up, let it drop into the midline, and then slide the other knee up and tilt both the knees up. If that doesn't work for you, you can just bend your knees up. But that's like a easy method of coming up without straining your back, ideally. Have your feet a comfortable distance from each other and from your buttocks. And so you're just effortlessly holding your knees bent as effortlessly as possible. Observe the curve of your lower back right above your hip bone area. You're going to engage those muscles and lift your lower back off the mat just above, like where your belt would be, and roll your hips forward like a rolling pin into a forward tilt, not backward, but forward. Other way, Daniel. Roll your, yes. And when you do it slow, do it minimally, and do it mindfully. So each time you do it, you can maybe go a little bit more extreme, but the idea is not to do an extreme move, but to extremely feel everything. Slow it down, okay? So as you exhale, slowly release, come to neutral. Don't engage the front of the body. Keep the front of the body neutral. Just focus on the back body. So then you'll do this again. Inhale, slowly engage the back muscles and roll the hips forward into that forward tilt. So you're pressing the sitting bones and tailbone down. Now stay here and breathe and feel that engagement. Feel how it pulls your whole spine down towards your buttocks when you arch like that. And then as you exhale, you slowly, smoothly release that engagement. Don't engage the front. Just release the engagement of the back body and come back to neutral. And observe how neutral might be changing. You can adjust your neck if you need to every once in a while. Okay, yeah. And then we'll do that one more time. Inhale, engage your back, roll your pelvis forward. That's a forward tilt, and that's arch. And observe how the chin pulls in towards the chest and the back of the neck lengthens. Allow that to happen. And then slowly release that engagement and come back to neutral. And you can do this on several breaths. So I just say to do it with the breath, but you can do as many breaths as you need to. So it's not really about the breath. It's more about sensing and feeling. Daniel, widen your feet so your knees don't fall apart, and turn your toes in a bit more so your knees fall in more. Turn your heels out a little. Yeah. So the next thing is flatten, opposite move. So now you inhale into your lower belly, and as you exhale, sink your lower belly down and let your hips roll back to flatten, and don't overdo. Remember, and don't engage the butt and legs. Don't push into the feet. It's only engaging the front of the body. And now smoothly release that as you exhale. So try to take it to a minimal move and feel more. Feel maximally, move minimally. Inhale again into the belly, and then as you exhale, pull the lower belly in towards the spine and release what's gripping in your buttocks and your lower back so that your hips can roll back, and press your lower back down. Press the part just above the sacrum down. And keep breathing. Find your belly button area of your waist and sink there. See if you can get more of your back touching the mat. Sink your belly button waist down more and more. Keep breathing. Observe how the chin lifts. And now slowly release that engagement as you inhale, come to neutral, exhale, observe neutral. You'll see how neutral is changing yet again, right? By engaging and releasing these muscles. One more time, inhale into the belly. As you exhale, sink your lower belly down, hips roll back, sitting bones, tailbone curl up, press the lower back down. Keep breathing. Sink the middle of your waist down at your belly button. Try to get that part of your back touching the ground. Now, find your lower front ribs and sink those down towards the lower back ribs and towards your pubic bone like a crunch. And feel how the shoulders lift up and the head falls back when you do that. And then as you inhale, smoothly release that engagement and come back to neutral. Slow down the release, observe the release, breathe as much as you need to, and come to neutral and observe neutral. Be in neutral and breathe. We're going to go back and forth one time, well, 3 times, and then we'll rest, okay? So then inhale, you're going to engage your back muscles, roll your hips forward into that pelvic tilt, and also lift your lower back ribs up. Let that engagement travel up your spine a little bit. and release what's holding on in the front. As you exhale, slowly release the engagement of your back and come back to neutral and observe neutral. Take a breath in neutral. As you exhale, you sink your lower belly down and then your middle belly and then your lower front ribs. So you really sink your waist down rather than pushing it out and press your back down. Feel more and more of your back sinking down. And then inhale, slowly release, come to neutral, be in neutral and exhale. Take your time. You don't have to go along with my words. You should do it in your own time. Breathe and feel. We'll do this 2 more times. So as you inhale, you're rolling your hips forward like a rolling pin and engaging your back muscles. Press the sitting bones and tailbone down. Engage the back. Lift the back ribs. Press the outer edge of the upper arms down and let the back of the neck lengthen. So your arms start to turn into external rotation. And then as you exhale, slowly release, come to neutral. Observe neutral. Take a breath and just relax. Don't go right to flatten. And then to prepare, you inhale, belly out. And then as you exhale, sink your belly down, let your hips roll back, sink your middle waist down, sink your upper waist down. Your shoulders will lift up. Your knees will pull in a little when you sink your waist. And you can even turn your arms, lift your arms off the ground and turn your arms into internal rotation and let your head fall back into the floor. And then inhale, slowly release that engagement, come to neutral and exhale. So then we take it more into the flower and bud when you do more extreme move. Right, this is what this is. And we'll do it one more time. Inhale, you engage the back body. As you engage the back body, release the front, whatever is gripping. Right, let the knees come apart. Press the back of the neck down. Press the outer edge of the upper arms down. Let the arms turn into external rotation. Let your arms move. Press down, lift up. And then as you exhale, slowly release and come to neutral and observe neutral. And be in neutral, take a breath, and then exhale, you do the opposite. You sink the waist, right? And you let the back body release. Roll your shoulders up off the ground. Squeeze the front body. Let the head fall back. That's the bud of the flower. And then slowly release and come back to neutral. Yeah. Okay, and then come to Shavasana and observe Shavasana. See if you feel any different. Maybe there's a little bit of difference in the tension in the back of your body. Maybe more of the back of the body is meeting the mat more evenly, more soft, less gripping. So observe that. And then you might even feel, yeah, there's some still there though, right? There's still some there, but it's more subtle. Your awareness and also the amount of grip, right, is less. So we're going deeper and deeper inside the layers of our onion to let go of all these perpetual grippings, right? And come back to an actual neutral, so that we can go back and forth between our nervous systems, fight, flight, freeze, rest, digest, ease. And then we have a good heart rate variability and a healthy body. But what we do is we stay tense and we keep pushing our homeostasis up, up, up. So neutral for us is like a high level of tension and anxiety. And that is what we want to bring down and down and down and down. Okay, so now we're going to do the 5 floor poses of yoga asana Sangraha. So for this, Daniel, just move a little down so that when you extend your arms overhead, you don't touch the wall behind you. So just move a little down. Now you're going to bring your legs together all the way, inner legs together, and bring the arms along the sides, palms down, right? And so you're active. So your legs are all the way together. And you extend the inner feet and legs. Don't harden here. Don't do that. Point. Yes. Extend the, yeah, and don't harden there either. Just find a somewhat neutral. Roll the inner legs down. Keep that active. So even though you're a little bit passive, you're also a little bit active. Okay. So you have the support of the floor. So you don't have to stand and do this, but you're doing it lying down so that you can do a little more subtle moves. Now bring your arm along your sides, palms down. Extend your fingers. And bring your fingers and thumbs all the way together. So they're active too. Firm your knees, all around your knees. Engage your kneecaps. Find your tailbone. As you exhale, pull your belly in towards your spine and let your tailbone curl up towards your pubic bone and towards the front of the body. So your hips roll back towards flatten. From your elbows, they'll come off the ground. From your knees, from your arms and legs. Exhale, pull your belly in more. And then as you inhale, keep your arms and your fingers and your wrists and your elbows, everything firm and straight. As you take your arms overhead, keep your arms shoulder width or wider. And let the backs of the hands touch the ground if you're able. And then be here and breathe. Keep extending your legs and arms. So this is called Tadagi Mudra. Tadagi means empty lake, and that's referring to the hollowing of the abdomen. And then so to get more space, you lift your ribs up away from your hips. You get maybe a millimeter of skin, and then you use your legs and pull the hips away from the ribs. So you get a more millimeter of space there as well. And then you breathe into that space between your hips and ribs, the hollow abdomen. And every time you exhale, hollow your abdomen more. And observe the back of the body and see if you can, as you exhale, allow the front body to release towards the back body and the back body to release, yes, towards the mat. Breathe, long, thin breath. Susan, it looks beautiful. Isn't that nice? How does it feel? I know, right? It's so simple, but doesn't mean it's easy, right? How long has it taken Susan to find this? You know, a year probably. Yeah. Yeah, a year. So something has to engage, and then the opposite has to release in order to get more freedom of movement. Okay. Now, from your arms and legs, elbows and knees, exhale, sink your waist more, lower belly to the spine, front ribs to the back ribs. Your arms will pull up a little. And then you just inhale, raise your arms up, but keep all your joints firm, right? Don't forget your wrists and fingers and all those things. And exhale, lower your arms. Good. And then bend your knees one by one. Bring your feet flat and hip width apart and parallel for Dvipadapitam, two-footed stool. It's similar to bridge. We're going to do it 3 times. And it's minimal, and then you can go to medium and slowly move towards maximum, but it's not about achieving a huge stretch. It's again about sensing and feeling. You're going to be engaging the back of the body, which means you have to release the front of the body. Okay, so bring your arms right along your sides, palms face your hips, and touch the sides of your body. Get closer with your arms. Touch, yeah. Now, if you can, you're going to lift your shoulders one at a time and roll your shoulders underneath you. So you bring your shoulder blades together underneath you. That's it. So now you're going to feel a curve, a low curve in your whole spine, like a low rainbow. Bring your feet a little closer to your buttocks if you're able, Daniel. Okay. Now, and widen your feet a little bit apart from each other. There you go. Now, as you exhale, pull your lower belly in towards your spine to protect your lower back. So your hips roll back a little bit, pressing into your inner feet, and the outer edge of your upper arms at your deltoids, at your shoulders, and then inhaling and lift your hips up. And that's enough. Be there and breathe. And as you lift your hips, let the back of your neck lengthen and the front of your throat soften. Look towards your chest. Now dig into your heels a little bit more. Maybe you can lift just a little higher and roll yourself up towards the tops of your shoulders and be there and breathe. Good. Feel the engagement of the back of your body, especially your buttocks and the backs of your thighs. This is really good for you, Susan. You should feel where that glute is and encourage it to knit just with your attention and focus. Now, coming down, you're going to lay your spine down vertebra by vertebra, top to bottom. So keep your buttocks up. As you sink your chest down, you can widen your shoulder blades a little bit and hollow your chest in the front and lay your spine down in the back of your body. So observe the connection front to back. So this is coming down now, and this is laying down. So widen your shoulders and lay your spine down and collapse here and observe the connection so you don't lower your hips yet. Right? Elongate your back and then let your hips roll forward. Okay. So this takes some practice, definitely. So we're going to do it 2 more times. Similar. Yeah. And you can really do it. So the less tight you are here, the less action you need here. Right. So it's not just about engaging here. It's all about releasing here. Right.
Yeah, I can feel.
Yeah. Yeah. So really pay attention to that because this is how the body is. Okay. So roll the shoulders under, extend the arms, adjust the feet, press into the inner, turn your toes in a little, Daniel, heels out. Yeah. Exhale, pull the belly towards the spine, press the outer edge of the upper arms down, lift the armpit, chest up. Press into the inner feet and inhale, come up gently and slowly. Feel the firming of the back of the thighs and the buttocks and the release in the front of the thighs, the groins, the abdomen, and also the chest. Allow the chest to open, right? As you come up, pressing into the outer edge of the upper arm down. Allow the back of the neck to release and the front of the throat to soften as you come up. Yes, it's passive in the face. Good. Observe the firmness of the buttocks and the backs of the thighs, engaging. Mhm. And then keep the lift of the hips and slowly broaden the shoulders now, collapse the chest and lay your spine down. Can you feel the vertebra laying down in your spine one by one, like a chain? Yes, yes. And then as you come down, move your hips closer to your feet so that you elongate your lower back as you lay your spine down also. And then once the top of the hips come down, just release the grip of the inner groin and the buttocks and the backs of the thighs and let the pelvis return to its neutral forward tilt, not backward. Take a breath. One more time, we're going to do. Get the arms under as much as you can. Roll the shoulders under. Try not to pull the arms too much down, just under so the shoulder blades come together in the spine. Press the outer edge of the upper arms down, extend the fingers, and get your arms as close to your buttocks as you can, like touching. Yeah, roll the shoulders under more, even more. Try to get the shoulders under. Yes, there you go. Good. Press the outer edge of the upper arms down. That's the deltoids. Press that down, and as you do that, lift the back ribs, lift the armpit chest. Yeah, feel that nice lift and curve in your spine, like a low rainbow. Now, just keep the lift in the chest. As you exhale, pull the belly in towards the spine. Let your hips roll back a little. And when you pull your belly in, your knees will come in a little. Press into the inner feet and inhale, lift your buttocks up. And keep the lower back long, moving the top of the buttocks towards the bottom and the bottom of the buttocks towards the backs of the knees as you take the hamstrings from the backs of the knees towards the buttocks. And lift from your tailbone and the backs of your thighs at the bottom of your buttocks. Yes, and press the outer edge of the upper arms down and press into the heels. Maybe get a little more lift of your chest. Yes, nice soft in the throat, firming of the buttocks and the back of the thighs. And then when you're ready, you'll come down and lay your spine down so you can broaden your shoulders and collapse your chest. Yeah. And then go slowly and elongate as you move your hips towards the backs of your feet. Elongate your lower back a little. And then release and let your hips roll forward into their neutral forward tilt. Good. Then turn your palms down. We'll do one more here before we rest. And as you turn your palm down, roll your hips back. So you're flattening, pressing your lower back down. Tailbone and sitting bones curl up. That's a pelvic tuck. Exhale and roll your shoulders towards the front of your body. And then curl your head and shoulders up. Reach your hands towards your feet. Look at your belly button. That's called Nabi Darshanam. It's a crunch, abdominal crunch. Hands are on the ground. Good. And breathe into your upper back. Yes. Good. And chest. Good. So now you're engaging the front and releasing the back, including the upper back, shoulder blade area, and neck. And then inhale and slowly, now you're going to come down from the vertebrae that's on the mat all the way up towards the head. So lay your vertebrae down one by one, same way, but opposite direction. Don't just drop the head, right? Yes. And then release the head and shoulders. And then take your arms out to the side and extend your legs and rest in Shavasana for a couple of breaths and assess that situation. Turn the palms up so the shoulders open, right? That's anatomical neutral. So if the shoulders are turned in towards the chest, well, that's how we work all day long, right? That's one of our repetitive stress is this turning the shoulders in all day. So if you allow that to open now, that's a good counter stretch to the day, right? And it's not even a stretch, just counter pose, I should say. It's a counter pose. And observe how you feel a little different. Yeah. Allow. Let the back of the neck lengthen, front of the throat soften. Let the eyes be soft. You can close the eyes when you're here so that you get a little mini rest. And then we go to the next two poses. We have two more poses. We'll rest in between. So you're going to bring the legs all the way together again. Roll the thighs down so the inner thighs meet the mat and the knees point up. Firm the waist and bend your knees one by one and bring your feet flat. Okay, now roll your hips back towards flatten. So press your lower back down. Raise your right leg off the ground, interlace your fingers and hold your shin just below your knee and flex your right foot. Keep your fingers firm. Excuse me. And then let your right leg fall forward until your arms straighten. And then push it into your arms till your arms pull back and your head falls back. Keep rolling your hips back, sink your waist down, press your lower back down. Observe, keep your right foot flexed. Observe how your left leg gets light when you roll your hips back and press your lower back down. And so lift the left leg up and then extend the leg and lower it down onto the mat. Yeah. So you don't have to, so you just kind of laying it down and then point the foot so that instead of flexing, and don't overpoint, but you're trying to get long on the front of this leg and getting that whole back of that leg down. Now take a breath, and as you exhale, relax your whole right leg, relax your arms, and as you exhale, let your hips roll back towards flatten. So sink your abdomen and let your lower back come towards the mat, and let the top of the buttocks move away from the lower back, and then you fall in towards the chest. Then you can give it some compression and lengthen the back of the neck and square the shoulders and breathe. Okay for you? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you can pull the knee up towards the chest also. Flex the right foot, extend the left leg and press the inner left leg down. Keep rolling that inner left leg down. And then as you exhale, curl your head and shoulders up and bring your chin, nose, or forehead towards your knee, inner knee. Yep. Breathe here. Remember, let your shoulders, Susan, round forward, right? So you're resisting in your upper back. Yeah. So when you come up, this broadens. Yes. As this comes in. Yes. Both together. Okay. Yeah. Keep pressing the left leg down. And so what the work is, look here, Susan, is this has to release. Yeah. Okay. Then inhale the head and shoulders down. And exhale, let the right leg fall forward till the arms straighten. Keep the right foot flexed. Push the right leg forward so your head's down now, Daniel. Push the right leg forward. Roll the hips back. Press the lower back down. Feel how that left leg gets light when you roll your hips back and press your lower back down. Lift it up. Bend the left knee. Place the left foot flat. Place the right foot next to the left. We'll do the other side. Okay? So this is an important thing. So when you raise your leg up, you have to engage the hip flexor and quad, right? Which is one of the hip flexors. Once you have the hold, you no longer need that. So stop engaging that, right? So it's like, just relax, right? And then when you push it forward, you're still not engaging that, right? Yeah.
Feel what you feel like. Would you mind when your knee is up?
So here, if you hold here, push here. I'm engaging. I have to. That's what's raising. That's the hip flexor. Right. It's this rectus femoris. It's the iliacus and the psoas, the iliopsoas. It's all that stuff. So now I'm no longer engaging it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And so that takes practice and it takes time. You can't do it quickly. So, yeah. So you want to turn it off. Okay. So now we do the other side, right? So roll the hips back. Engage the hip flexors to raise the left leg up. Interlace the fingers, hold the shin just below the knee, flex the foot. Keep pressing the lower back down. Let the left leg fall forward and then push it forward. Hips roll back, head falls back, arms are pulling. Then your right foot gets light and then lift it and extend it and lower it down. Press it down, take a breath. As you exhale, release your whole left leg, your hip flexor, your arms, your hips roll back towards flatten. You soften in the crease of the groin, the front, the inner, the outer. You deflate the leg. You're not active in the left leg at all. It's totally passive. And you're drawing the knee up towards the chest. You firm the inner right leg. Press it down. Exhale, sink your lower front ribs down. Let your head fall back. Let your shoulders roll up, just like flatten. And then you lift the head up, touch go towards the knee and breathe into your upper back. Yep. And just let it be easy. Let your arms don't have too much of a job. Yeah, it's more your waist. Good. See if you can get more of this down. Press this down. Yes. From here. Yes. Good. Getting closer. Yes. And then coming out, right? You're uncurling. Inhale, lay your spine down, vertebra by vertebra from the middle to the upper. And then you push your left leg forward, roll your hips back, flexing your left foot. Your right foot gets light. You float it up, place the foot flat, place the other foot flat, adjust your neck, come to Shavasana and rest. So now you're bringing your neutral, your homeostasis down and down and down, ideally, not firing it up and up and up. Okay. Yeah. So the last pose we do is in two parts. We come to it from Tadagi Mudra. Tadagi Mudra is that first position we did. So bring the legs all the way together, roll the inner legs down, extend the front of the legs a little bit. Bring your arms along your sides, palms down. Firm your elbows and knees, arms and legs. Legs are all the way together. Extend the front of your legs. Yeah, which means the front of the feet as well. So here's the front of the feet. Extend. Try not to overdo. Think of doing everything 50-50. 50% engagement, 50% release. Firm your elbows off the ground. Extend your fingers. Exhale, think your waist and pull your lower front ribs down. Inhale, take your arms up and your lower front ribs will come up, right? And the back of the hands are on the ground. And then exhale and sink. Try not to push your lower front ribs out. See if you can get the backs of the hands on the ground. Go wider, Daniel. Go wider with your arms. Wider. Yeah. There you go. That's it. So at least shoulder width, and you're broad, if not a little wider. Now reach, lift the ribs up off the hips. Take the hips away from the ribs. Get more length and breathe into that space you've created. That hollow, empty lake. Tadagi Mudra. Maintain that. Good. Reach with your fingers, reach with your arms, reach with your ribs. Think and hollow the waist. Now, to come to the next pose, which is Supta Vajrasana, you're going to really sink your waist down. So as you're here, really sink your lower front ribs down and your waist, as much of your back is on the ground as you can. And then you bend your knees up, either one by one or together, but you keep your lower back down. Keep the feet off the ground and then cross the feet at the ankles, flex the feet, hook the feet, and pull the knees apart. So this is an isometric contraction. You're extending. So you're engaging and broadening your pelvic floor between your inner thighs. And then you draw the knees down towards the sides of the body also. So your sitting bones and tailbone curl up. Say again?
Yeah, why? I've never seen it on this angle.
Yeah, you can go wide. Yes. Yes. I can feel how tight my right one is. It's always tight there. I have the right tight situation. And then you change the cross and repeat. Flex the feet, hook the feet, pull the knees apart, draw the knees in towards the chest. You can walk your lower back a little down even, right? And really curl the sacrum even off the ground. Hollow the waist, okay? Now, sink your lower front ribs down any amount and curl your tailbone up any amount, right? So your legs come closer. Inhale, take your arms up, and then you hold your knees. Actually, yeah, just hold the, no, go ahead and bring the knees in. Sorry, I forgot about that. And relax your feet. Yeah. And just deflate your legs. Keep your feet crossed. Bring your knees a little closer, Daniel. Yeah, and then bring your knees a little in more towards your chest. Yeah. So when you do that, you got to sink the front ribs towards the back ribs here. Exhale and deflate here. Let this come down. Let this front rib come down. Yes, any amount. And let this lengthen away and curl up off the ground. Any amount, any amount, any amount. There you go. This has to let go. In order for this, you can't win by engaging here against a tight muscle here. So when this engages, this has to release. So there has to be some equal attention. So now when we go to roll up to sit, don't hurt your back, okay? But so what you have to do is think of being round. So you cross your feet, hook your feet, lift your legs up like this. Hold the front of the knees. Exhale, sink your ribs and waist down and look at your belly button. And then you just lift your legs up a little to curl your sitting bones up more and tailbone. And then you use that momentum. It's so easy. Yes. Okay. So now you try to come up to standing in a similar way without using arms, right? So you can use more momentum. You can have your feet crossed or not, right? No arms. Try to use, yes, good, Susan. No arms, no arms. Yeah, so the arms, yeah. So how do you use the arms? You actually do use the arms, but just not on the ground. Yes, swing forward. That's it. And keep going. So think forward with your arms and your eyes and then up. Yes. I'll give you a little, try one more time and one more time, I'm going to grab your arms. So you have to go that way, not that way, right? So so these are the three important things in a yoga practice that you have to pay attention to. Trishtana, it's called, three places you stand. Trishtana. Tree is three. Sthana is stand, right? Three places where you stand with your awareness. It's a part of Ashtanga yoga. So first one is the asana. What's that? The body. You have to pay attention to your bones and flesh and organs and not just, your bicep, right? But the whole thing, okay? The asana is it's a whole situation, the body, okay? Second thing is the breath, which includes bandhas, okay? So don't hold the breath. Breathe in, breathe out, be mindful of breathing. Third thing is drishti, your gaze, where you're looking. Why is that so important? Because that's where you're going. So basically, the eyes direct where we're going, right? So we're not, because then we're falling this way. And as we get older, that's what happens, right? We start to fall down because that's where we're going. So, okay. So keep so where you're going.
Might put that way.
Right. The body's going this way. The spirit goes where it goes. Yeah. But we are like, gravity's winning, right? It's pulling the bones and the flesh down. That is going into the earth and being recycled. So that's what I meant. Okay. So now we're going to do the 5 directions of the spine, which are also opening the lung channels so that we can breathe. So bring the feet together all the way and bring the arms along the sides, palms face your hips. And bring your thumbs down alongside your other fingers, and everything pulls down. And when you pull the arms down, yeah, you get that nice lift of the chest. Now, squeeze the outer calves and shins in. So you bring the legs in. Yes, any amount. Roll that calves that way. Yes, and squeeze in. There you go. Good. So the inner legs come into the bones, even as the outer legs and hips hug in. Yeah, good. And as you pull the arms down, the chest lifts. Now, stay with this and soften the effort. Soften the effort considerably, but be with the alignment and observe how the front ribs and back ribs have a relationship. So bring the front ribs towards the back ribs. So that's a little bit of your green light reflex, which is the over engagement of the back body, right? It's because you're a go-getter. So now you have to exhale and sink this towards this. Exhale and bring your rib cage in flexion. There, that's neutral. Hard to believe. I know that. Then you have to adjust a few other things here. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So this is what it looks like in exaggeration. Okay. So your rib cage, first of all, you got to drop the buttocks down, and then the ribs have to move back. And I do this too. The ribs don't belong in front of your hips. They belong right over your hips. So then how do you get this lift? You have to move your upper back and without pushing your ribs forward. Okay. Yes. Much better, Daniel. And how does it feel? So weird. That's okay. Yeah, it feels like, yes, right? And so remember, we're a tensegrity. So if we're always doing this, so then, we're over engaging the back. We're not in gravity. Now I'm just like using my muscles to stack my bones and let me be in gravity. Let me be in gravity. Yes. And then you can easily bounce up out of gravity, right? And now you're more at 50% ease and effort. Got it? And then it's a lifetime of remembering that again and again. And that comes from practice, not just trying to remember it in all your day, but doing a practice of remembering it every day. Okay. So now firm a little bit the fingers, firm the knees, firm the elbows, firm the waist, soften the gaze. Now inhaling, raise your right arm forward and up alongside your ear. As you exhale, give a stronger pelvic tuck. As you inhale, get more length on your right side ribs. As you exhale, pull your left arm down a little bit. And now stay here and breathe, lifting the chest. Breathe into your right side ribs. Observe that. Try to keep your arm and ear close together. Tuck your chin a little, Daniel. Yes, and bring your head closer to your arm. Yes, and breathe. And observe how you're engaging your left side ribs in order to help release the right side ribs. Those two go together, and that's how you get more freedom of movement. Now inhale, reach up, and exhale, lower your arm, turning your palm in. Reassess samasthiti, even standing. Extend your arms and legs and hollow your waist and soften your gaze. Inhale, raise your left arm forward and up. Exhale, give a little bit of a pelvic tuck, tailbone forward and up. Inhale, get more length on your left side ribs. Exhale, slide your right arm down. Breathe into your left side ribs. Keep the lift of the chest and the arm and the ear close together. Good, and breathe. Now, to get more opening there, you engage the right side ribs. Push the left ribs forward, out to the side and up a little. And then you get more freedom of movement there. And breathe into the open ribs. And then inhale, you reach up, and exhale, you turn your palm. So if you get pain when you do these things, then you come out of pain. You don't go into pain, okay? You come out of pain. But you're trying to get more like, right? So this is as far as I go if I don't let go here. Oh, now I got more. Now if I engage here, I get even more, right? Freedom of movement. And that's how a system of ropes and pulleys work. Okay. Soft eyes, soft gaze, ribs back, buttocks down. Yes, more ribs back. So this part also is your solar plexus, right? So that's that fire, that go-getter. So that has to come back. Yes. There you go, Daniel. Chin back and base of the skull up. Yes, and chin down a little. And yes, good. Okay, firm fingers, knees, firm waist, firm hips. Inhale, take your arms straight out to the side. Be here and breathe. Firm your elbow joints. Extend thumbs in, fingers extend. Shoulder blades down and broad. Waist firm, knees firm. Now, as you exhale, bend your left elbow. Bring your hand under your right collarbone. A little higher up. Yeah. Inhale, turn to your right, look back at your right hand. Now pull your right hip a little forward so your hips stay neutral. And turn your head and look at your right hand. Now breathe into your right chest under your left hand, shoulders down. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. Yes. And feel your ribs moving underneath your left hand. Your ribs go all the way up. Your first rib is above your collarbone. And your lungs go all the way up there. And this part of the lungs tends to hold a lot of stale air. So you want to exhale and inhale and feel that movement. And then inhale, open your left arm out to the side as you come back to neutral with your whole torso. Exhale, bend your right elbow, hand under your left collarbone. Inhale, turn to your left, pull the left hip forward, look back at the left hand, and then breathe into your left chest under your right hand. Shoulder blades down the back. Pull your shoulders down. Yeah. Feel your ribs moving under your hand. Look at your left hand. Pull the left hip a little forward, Susan. Yeah. Good. And then inhale, open your right arm out to the side to come back to neutral, and exhale, lower your arms. Good. Remember, these are the 5 directions of the spine and opening the lung channels. Bring your hands, which means where the meridians move in the body. Bring your hands on your hips, fingers down, thumbs can wrap around. Now bring your hands a little more down towards your tailbone area. Firm your thighs a lot. Now curl your tail under, do a strong pelvic tuck, and push your hips forward over your toes. Now lift the sides of the body, lift the center of the body, lift the armpit chest. If it's comfortable, you can take the head back, tailbone forward, breathe into your top chest. Yes, Susan, bring your hands more down. Hands more down. Yes, hands more down. Find your tailbone from there and the tops of your thighs. And you push. And then, yes. And so it's, yes, that's where a back bend comes from. That and then the bottom of the rib cage. But you're trying to get more from the fronts of the thighs. Increase of the groin, hip flexors. Those good old hip flexors. Lift the chest towards the ceiling, any amount. And then to come out, you push the thighs back and come to neutral. Pull your arms down and breathe. And let the breath flow freely in and out continuously as best you can. Pull the fingers down, pull the wrists down, pull the elbows down. Press the roots of the thighs back, Daniel, and the inner groins. Yes. So see how now your weight's back in your heels more. Tuck your chin. Yes, there you go. And lift the rib basket directly up and the crown as you bring the shoulders down. Shoulders down. Relax a little. Chin down. Chin down. Yes, good. Stay there and breathe. This is the big culprit here. This is the big culprit. This back here. Exhale. Yes. And as you do that,
I feel like I'm falling back.
I know that. Now you've got more your shoulder over your hip and your rib over your hip, knee, and ankle. Draw your chin back with the base of the skull up. Yes, yes, more. More chin back. Yes, like that. Yes. Good. Right? Because everything we do is this. Yeah. Okay. Now, Urdhva Hastasana. Firm your legs, squeeze your outer shins and calves in. Firm and keep your inner legs apart from each other. Tailbone forward, so you have the pelvic tuck. Interlace your fingers. This is Urdhva Hastasana. Turn your palms. Spread your palms. Firm your elbows. Firm your waist. Look a little down. Inhale, you slowly take your arms forward and up. And then stop where you meet resistance and find your rib basket and your skin and flesh over your ribs and lift from there. Up, 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 and turn your palms and firm your triceps and elbows in. Now, lighten your heels, shift your weight forward, look a little down, and slowly lift your heels about an inch off the ground. Try to squeeze the inner feet together, firm the knees, breathe. Try not to hold the breath. Inhale, exhale without holding the breath. And slow it down. And then pull the front ribs towards the back ribs a little so your arms come a little forward. Undo your fingers and then slowly lower your heels and your arms at the same time and come back to neutral. And be in neutral. So the heels come down at the same time as the arms. So this is really good for your proprioception and for embodying yourself, coming out of the brain and into the body. Let your gaze look a little more down, eyes down. Look down at the floor more and soften your eyes. Let your eyes move to the back of your head. Let everything move to the back of the body. Yes. Good. Okay. Then it's Ardha Uttanasana, palms back. Okay. Lift your upper arm bones and then roll your shoulders back and then draw the shoulder blades down and pull the arms down and firm the waist. Palms face backwards. Yeah, straight elbows. Good. Inhale, lift the chest. Maintain the lift of the chest as you exhale, hollow the abdomen. That's Uddiyana. Look here. Uddiyana. Yeah, it's wide and hollow. And you can still breathe. Yes. Good. And once again, inhale. And then as you exhale, push your buttocks back, chest, chin forward. Look forward now. Arch your neck, any amount. Roll your shoulder blades together over your spine, coming to wherever you can comfortably go, which is at the most your torso parallel. Now shift your weight towards your toes more and look forward, Daniel. Head forward. Lift your head more. Lift your head more. Lift your head. Yes. That's it. Hollow waist. Shift towards your toes. This is Ardha Uttanasana. Half. That's right. Your hamstrings have to engage. Firm your knees. Yeah, lift your hamstrings. There you go. In order to hold you up. Good. And straighten your knees. And then inhale, you come up to neutral, level your gaze, and exhale. And let your gaze look down more, Daniel. Look at the floor. Yeah. Yeah. That takes you out of the head and down to the earth plane. Yes. Good. Okay, and then soften, Susan, and don't touch the sides. Bring the arms a little more back and lift the rib basket up, lift the crown up, and then soften all that. Yeah, and feel there's a lightness, a buoyancy of air and space and fire. And here is water and earth. Yes, good. Okay, so now it is, see, it takes time to go through these things. We'll do a couple of sun salutations, okay? So, and these are modified. So you see how we go, okay? So now, yeah, a little back. Good. Inhale, you take your arms forward and upward, Vahastasana. So when you take your arms up, lower your arms. Go ahead, lower your arms. Don't let everything go with it, right? But maintain your entire samastitihi and take your arms slowly up, just like we did lying down. Imagine the floor is there. Yes. Good. Stay there and breathe, Daniel. Stay there and breathe. So when you lift your arms, your shoulder blade and your collarbone all lift with, they have to lift, otherwise you can't. And so the ribs also have to lift, use the ribs. Now, triceps in towards it. Yes, there you go. Good. So that's Urdhva Hastasana. Good. Now, as you exhale, you swan dive into Ardha Uttanasana. Buttocks back, chest, chin forward. Look up, Daniel. Look up, head up, way up, any amount up. And the reason, palms face up, arms are alongside your hips. The reason we do this is to get this upper back engagement. Yes, that's it. Now from here, you're going to exhale, look down, lift your heels up and bring your palms flat about 2 feet in front of you. Yeah, good. You can bring your feet more back, Daniel. Go ahead and hop back a little or step back. There you go. Good. And then you lean forward into your hands. Head up, head up. Actually, come back onto your feet more, Daniel. Your feet got a little far back. So walk, yeah. Now come on your fingertips for a second. Come on your fingertips. Yes. Okay. So that's as far down as they go. Okay. Now you flatten your palms, lift your knees up a little, lean weight forward, and then lightly hop just from your feet or step into down dog. Firm your elbows and your triceps, spread your palms, and then use your legs to pull your hips back, release your head down and breathe. Try to get it out of your arms and get it more in your legs. And let your breath go in and out without holding it. You don't inhale, hold, and then squeeze out the exhale, but you're trying to inhale and transition to the exhale and exhale more, and then inhale more. Press down into your hands and forward into your fingers so you come out of your wrists and roll your triceps in and firm. Yep, good. Buttocks up, stick your butt out. Yeah. Now coming forward, lift your heels, bend your knees and elbows, look between your hands, pull your waist in, and then from your feet, you slightly hop or step into that squat. Come to your fingertips. Fingertips. Daniel, fingertips, yeah? Can you lower your buttocks more? Yeah, head up. Good. Look forward. Now from here, you're going to shift back a little, extend your arms back. You're trying to keep your knees together as you're able. Straight arms, look forward, head up any amount, head up, and then you unfold and come to Ardha Uttanasana. Yes, with no arms. Good, head forward. Look forward, Daniel. Head up more. Stay there and breathe. Yeah. Bring your shoulder blades here. Yes. And bring your head. There you go. Good. And then you inhale and raise your arms up. Just look straight ahead. Buttocks down. Stay neutral in your torso. Yes. Straight elbows. And when you lift your arms, don't pull your shoulder blades down. Let your shoulder blades lift. Let your collarbones lift. If you don't do that, those are your wings. You'll tear muscles for sure. So keep lifting. Don't pull down. Lift. Yes. That's it. Now exhale, lower your arms. I know people have taught that incorrectly. Okay, it's incorrect. Now, what you don't want to do is squeeze your tricep, your trapezius, right? But you want to let all this lift, because if you're pulling your shoulder blade down and trying to lift your arm, you can't get it lifted. And your shoulder blade has 21 muscles attached. It's got so much freedom of movement. Allow it to rise up, and then you can just soften the inner edge a little, right? You get more subtle back there. But right now it's very tight. So you want to let it lift. Okay. Let's do that again. Feet together if you're able. Feet together. And step back a little. So you have maybe 2 feet in front of you. Yeah. Okay. Inhale, you take your arms up. Stay here and breathe. This is just so good. This is Tadagi Mudra, but you're standing. And it's just, it has everything you need. Yes, Daniel. Now exhale, you go to Ardha Uttanasana. Buttocks back, chest, chin forward. Look forward, palms up. Palms face up, Dan. Yep. Now inhale, you lift your heels and squat. Right? Yeah. Bring your hands more forward, Daniel, and palms flat now. Yes, that's it. And then you lift your knees up and you put the weight in the hands, bend the knees and elbows, pull the waist in, lightly hop or step into down dog. Adjust your arms and legs. Lengthen your torso back towards your hips and let your head release and breathe. Yes, good. Inhale, exhale. Let the inhale and exhale. Keep your legs firm the whole time. Like lift your kneecaps up the whole time. Inner knee, outer knee, above and below the knee firm. Now roll the inner groins back at the roots of the thighs and pull back from there. So someone's pulling your inner thighs and your outer hips back equally. Good. Now shift your weight forward towards your hands, lifting your heels, bend your knees and elbows, pull your waist in, look between your hands and lightly hop or step into that spot. Come to your fingertips, head up. Take your arms back, and then you exhale, unfold your legs, Ardha Uttanasana. Good. Chest forward, way forward, lean forward towards your toes, shoulder blades together on your spine. Yes. And then coming up, you inhale, just look straight ahead and broaden the top edge of your shoulder blades and lift. Tadagi Mudra. Yes. Exhale, lower your arms. Good. Isn't that so much fun? Once you start to find it and become more effortless, then, that's the idea. It's work. Yeah, it's work. Yeah. But as you do it more and more, it becomes less work and more fun. Okay. We'll do one more. Okay. Palms face back. Firm your knees, firm your waist, tuck your tail. So firm pelvic tuck. Shift your weight forward. As you lift your heels about an inch, you lift your arms forward and up. Now, pull your front ribs towards your back ribs, and you're going to lower your arms, keep your heels up, bending your knees. You're going to sit on your heels. Draw your knees forward, shoulders back, so your shoulders are over your hips. Yes. Then you're going to exhale, palms flat, shift your weight into your hands, lightly hopper step, this time into high plank, push-up position, straight arm chaturanga. Good. Firm your legs, firm your arms, squeeze your elbows in. Yes. Firm your waist up towards your spine. Good. And then coming down, you shift your weight forward, bend your elbows back and lower down. You can use your knees on the ground. Yeah, or not. Good. Excellent. Now, once you get down, tuck your chin, bring your forehead down, bring your hands a little more back towards your armpits. Point your toes, take your tailbone towards your heels. Take a breath in and out. Curl your toes under, firm your thighs and knees up. Press your hips and the roots of your thighs down and lift your head up. Look forward. Firm your elbows in, firm your waist in. Exhale, lift your hips up and come to down dog. And breathe. Press your palms down. Press into the base knuckles of your fingers and push your weight forward into your fingers. Firm your triceps and elbows in. Broaden your shoulders. Hollow your waist and firm your legs. Widen your pelvic floor. Pull your outer hips back. Now, coming forward, shift your weight. Bend your limbs. Pull your waist in. Look down, lightly hop or step into that low squat. Trying to get the knees together as you're able. And then you bring your arms up and you shift your knees forward so your heels come up more, shoulders back. This is called low utkatasana or flying yogi, palms down. And then you start to raise your arms up. Keep your heels up as you're able as you come up. And then you lower your heels and your arms at the same time. Good. Okay. All right. We'll do that one more time. Firm knees, firm waist, firm elbows, arms and legs, soft gaze, and steady breath and steady eyes. And then start to shift your weight towards your balls of your feet so your heels get light, and take your arms and heels up as you inhale without pushing your ribs forward. And then as you exhale, you keep your heels up, you bend your knees, draw your shoulders back, knees forward. Good. And then you bring your palms flat, exhale, lightly float back into high plank, push up. Firm your arms and legs and waist and breathe. And then shift your weight forward. Bend your elbows, lower down. Tuck your chin, pull your hands back, point your toes. Take your tailbone towards the backs of your knees and breathe in and out in this pose of surrender. Now curl your toes under, firm your thighs and knees up. Press your hips down at the roots of your thighs and the bottom of your pubic bone. Lift your head and shoulders up. Squeeze your elbows in, squeeze your waist in. Push your hips up and back into downward facing dog. And breathe. Get long and lean. Spread the base knuckles of your fingers and push down into the base knuckles of your fingers and forward, not in your wrists. Get into your hands more, palms of your hands. Yep. And then you shift your weight, bend your limbs, pull your waist in, round your spine, look between your hands and lightly hop or step. Okay, and then you come to that low Utkatasana. Arms up, knees forward, shoulders back. Yep. And then you start to raise your arms up, keep your gaze on the floor. And then you lower your heels and your arms at the same time. Good. Okay. Very good. Okay. So now we'll do our standing poses. Okay. So you can stay your mat there, or you can pull it in towards the middle of the room, a little Daniel, whatever you like. I'll be here. And then we don't really use the props, but you could have it if you need it. I don't think you're going to need it. So stand in the middle of your mat, feet together, Namaste. And drop your buttocks down to your heels. Take your front ribs towards your back ribs. Shoulders can be a little bit neutral, not too much pulling the shoulder blades together. Yeah. Shoulders come a little forward, actually. Arms back. Yeah. Then move your upper back in. Lift the rib basket directly up. Lift the crown of the head directly up. Squeeze the legs together. Straighten from your elbows, pull down. Yeah, good, that's it. And then fingertips together, lightly hop or step so that when you end up, your arms and legs extend at the same time, wrists over ankles. Feet parallel. Good. Exhale, hands to waist. Inhale, lift your chest. So this is twisted Trikonasana. Exhale, come halfway down. Okay. So you can either keep your hand on the ground in the middle of your chest or take your right hand towards your left leg and then you hold high up. You can go lower, but you want to end up with your torso parallel to the ground in between your thighs. Pull your right hip out to the side and back. Turn your waist, ribs, and chest up. Maybe you take your top arm up. Take your head back. Breathe. Yes. Good, Susan. Lean forward towards your feet. Yes. Take your head towards the rope wall a little, Susan. There you go. Yes. Roll your left shoulder open and turn your gaze up. Yes. Good. That's it, Daniel. Head up. Lift your head way up off the ground. Daniel, lift your, and take your right hand higher towards your knee. Go higher. There you go. Lift your torso up more. Yes. That's it. Good. Yeah. Okay. Now exhale, untwist, hands to waist, firm legs, head up, look forward, head up. Don't let your head hang. Head up, shoulder blades together. Look forward, look at me. Yes. Inhale, come up. So what gets heavy here, right, is this, right? And then, so what we're doing is engaging these are slow twitch muscles that are postural muscles that engage the upper back and then the waist, right? So it's like, it's counterintuitive, right? So you want to lengthen your lower back. This is not lengthening. This is, right? So you have to engage the waist and lengthen the lower back by releasing it. And then you have to engage the back body and release the chest in order to lengthen it. Yes. Okay. And come up with a flat back. Okay, good. So we'll do the other side. Take an inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, halfway down. Left hand comes to the leg, or you can keep it here, right? And then keep your torso. Don't pull too much back. Try to find that center of your body. Turn your ribs and chest and then your arm. Yes, Daniel, pull your whole body to the left. Pull your left hip to the rope wall. Stay there and breathe. Yes, and back. Good. Sway more towards me. Yes. Good. Head back towards me. Yes. Arm forward. Good. Yes. Breathe. Good. Pull your head back towards the rope wall. Lean back. Lean your whole body towards the rope wall, away from the orange wall. Good. Okay, now exhale, untwist. Both hands to hips. Firm waist and legs. Inhale, come up. Good. Exhale, toe heel, step or jump, feet together, Samastitihi. And that's, I don't know why we do it in the first. I think it's to release the back, but it can be the hardest one to find. It is the hardest one to find, I would say. I don't know, but it's hard. It's a hard one. No, that whole pose. You know, we do that whole pose in order to release the back before the side one in this sequence. So that's called twisted Trikonasana. The other one is extended. We'll do that next. But it's a hard one. But what it does is it teaches you how to engage your torso, ideally. So it doesn't just fall down when your legs are engaged. So again, wrists over ankles, hands to hips, bend and turn, right leg out, left foot in, little heel to heel. Now, in order to really turn this leg, in order to do a forward bend to the side, you have to turn the leg. This hip has to turn in a little, but resist it back even as you turn this leg. Turn the ribs. Keep the hands on the waist. Take a breath. Now, as you exhale, move your hips towards the rope wall. Move your torso towards the orange wall. And let your left hip roll down towards the, look at me, down. Yeah, that way you can do the forward bend. Otherwise, you anatomically can't do it. Move your sitting bones. Your sitting bones is the bottom of your pelvis. It has to move now towards that wall. Yes. Now just drop your hand down wherever it goes. Now find your right buttock, curl that sitting bone under, press it forward, then roll the left hip up towards the ceiling. Roll the waist up, roll the ribs up, roll the chest and shoulders up, take the head back towards the buttocks, then take the arm up. And you're in the pose and breathe. Firm your legs. Press strongly into your outer back foot. Press your root of your left thigh back as you take your right buttock forward. Yes. Good. Yes. Daniel, take your top arm closer to your ear. Good. And unhook your wrist so it's straight. Bring your thumb in. Yes. And there you go. Good. Now exhale, take your top hand to your hip, firm your waist, take your bottom hand to your hip, Inhale to come up. What happened, Susan? Yeah. Were you rushing?
Yeah, I felt like.
Unsteady?
So
Mhm.
then I didn't turn my torso
Okay, yeah,
properly,
yeah.
so-
So what I want you to do is plan to come out ahead of me. And before you come out, when you start to feel shaky, firm your foundation, breathe in and out, and then come up. You know, so that you don't come up shaky and nervous, but you firm your foundation, right? Because that's so important for you. Okay, and for everyone, but if you've got an injury, it's more important. So turn your leg, left leg out, right foot in, heel to heel, or in step. So look at your feet, Susan. Your left foot is too much back. Can you walk it towards the orange wall here? Yes. Towards the clock. More. No, don't, no, no. So you just moved your back foot, right? So this foot, toe heel it towards the clock. Yes, that's more heel to heel. Or heel to instep. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go a little wider with your back foot, toe heel it out. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So really externally rotate your left leg, rolling your right hip in a little. Then turn your ribs back. And even as you curl the left sitting bone under, you press the root of the thigh back, right? It's always, opposites. Turn, actually take a breath. And as you exhale, just tilt your body and lengthen and move towards the rope wall. And your sitting bones, they lift up and they move towards the orange wall. And your top hip has to roll down a little in order to get that forward bend, in order to let this leg externally rotate. Then take the arm down. Now find your left buttock, curl it under, move it forward. Find your top hip, your right hip, roll it up and press it back. Take your head back in line with your hips. Yeah. Now turn your waist, turn your ribs, turn your chest, turn your shoulders. Don't turn your head and arm. Turn your waist, turn your ribs, turn your chest, turn your shoulders. Then arm goes up. Yes. Breathe. Firm your legs like a scissor. Press into the inner front foot, outer back foot. Yes. Good. Now exhale, take your top hand to your hip, firm your waist. Take your bottom hand to your hip, firm your waist and legs. Inhale, come up. Exhale, turn. Toe heel. It's the right buttock. Is that right, Susan, or the left? Good. Excellent. Good. Good. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Arms down. Samasthiti. Good. Beautiful. Chin down just a little, Daniel. Look down, not up. Look at the floor. Yeah. And broad, like look everywhere. Yeah. Okay. So then again, step or jump. Now you go about a foot wider for Utthita Parsvakonasana. So it's more your fingertips over your ankles. Good. Now, if you can, you keep your arms extending. If you need to rest, rest. Draw the shoulder blade down, firm the waist. Bend and turn your right leg out, left foot in, little heel to heel or instep. Look to your right, bend your right knee, right leg parallel, and firm your left inner thigh up and press your left thigh back as you curl your right buttock under and knee back. Look to your right. Take a breath. As you exhale, you get long on the right, and then you bring your right arm down and your left arm straight up, just like this. Now, if that's too much, Susan, rest your forearm here. Okay. And Daniel, too. And then bring your arm closer to your ear. Yes, that's better, Susan. Do that on that side just for extra support. Okay. Head back, Daniel, towards the wall behind. There you go. And this arm, look at me. Bring it a little forward and then towards your ear more. Yes. Good. Now keep your arms extending and inhale, come up. Head, don't let your head fall like, right? Keep your bowling ball up and then change. Your bowling ball is your head, 15 to 20 pounds. So you got to lift it. It's like a weight. Like assume you've got a weight on your top of your neck, a big one. Okay. Look to the left, bend to left thigh parallel. Good. Back leg firm. Bend a little more, Daniel. Bend a little more. Good. Look to the left. Reach out to the left. Get long on the left. Left arm down, right arm up. Curl your left buttock under. Press it forward. Lean back towards your knee. Firm your back leg. Press into the outer back foot. Turn your waist, ribs, chest, shoulders. Yes. Breathe. Good. Now keep your arms and legs firm. Firm your waist and inhale. Come up with your arms and legs and straighten and turn. And toe heel and step or jump. Samasthiti. Good. Stand tall. Somewhat firm, somewhat soft. And breathe. Firm your elbow joints. Extend your arms down. Completely straighten your elbows and knees. And squeeze your legs in and curl your tail under. Good. And then step or jump. wrists over ankles. Prasarita Padottanasana. You can go a little wider if you like. Exhale, bring your hands to your waist. The outer edges of the feet are parallel. Firm your legs. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, come forward halfway. Take your fingertips down under your shoulders and be here for a couple of breaths. Lift your head up. So if you need to, you can bend your knees. Yeah, good. Head up, way up. Lift your head any amount. Good. Widen your inner thighs. Shift your weight towards your toes. Yes, pull the hips back as you pull the torso forward. And then exhale, walk your hands back, bend your elbows, release your head down. Doesn't matter if it touches. Lift your shoulders, blades up, and breathe. Yeah, good. Don't push your knees back to widen, Susan, or to straighten. Rather, press your inner thighs to your bones to straighten your legs. Yes, and roll your inner knees back just a little. Back, yes, yes. And turn your heels in more, toes out, heels in. Yes, you slide too much there. That's better, that's parallel. Good, okay. Now coming up, you inhale back to straight arms. You can keep the hands where they are moving forward, but lift your head up, look up. Pull your waist in, firm your legs, hands to your hips, firm your legs and waist. And inhale, come up, shoulders down, shoulder blades down. Good. And then exhale, step or jump, feet together. Samasthiti. Good. Okay, Daniel. It's the sneak attack. Yeah. All right. So then we're going to come down to sitting. So I'll come back here and you'll move back that way just a little bit. So if you need support, take it. But we're going to go to Purvottanasana. So first, just sitting in Dandasana. Roll the front thighs in, broaden the back of the thighs and the pelvic floor. Bring your hands behind you or right alongside you. You can be on your fingertips or flat palms, firm your knees, flex your feet, and then extend the front of the feet just a little, Daniel. So push, yeah, just a little. And then pull the outer feet back towards the outer hips. So you firm your shins in, so your feet don't, this is invert. You want to evert, yes, like that. But then press the outer knees equal to the inner knees so that your knees don't roll in, but they point straight up. Yep, good. And then lean a little forward if you're able, Susan. So you can be on your fingertips or bring your hands more forward or bring your hands on your blanket. Sacrum in and up. That's better. Good, good. Okay, now bring your hands back, fingers forward. Bend your knees about halfway. Don't bend all the way. And flex your feet strongly. And squeeze your legs together. Now you might need to adjust your hands a little more back. We're going to go up to Purvottanasana, the inclined plane with the knees bent and the feet flexed. So the toes don't come down, they stay up. Squeeze the legs together. Firm the buttocks up. So you're squeezing your buttocks and then your buttocks rises up and you end up with your knees over your ankles, waist hollow, tailbone curls under. Lift your buttocks. Don't take your head back yet, Daniel. Look at your buttocks. Look at your, yeah, now lift it up any amount. Squeeze the leg. There you go. Now, if you like, you can take the head back. Yes, good. And then squeeze the legs together and come down. Look towards your tailbone as you come down. Good. Come to Dandasana and breathe. Outer knees down. Hands alongside the hips. Susan, walk your hands more forward. You're leaning back. More forward. Yes. Yeah, now don't lift your shoulders. Lift your, yes. Lift this, yeah. That's okay. That doesn't matter. Yeah, mine are a little bent too. I have long arms. Sacrum in and up. It's not about straightening your elbows. It's about lifting your torso and then looking towards your feet. And you can always adjust your hands if you find it better, but not this. Look, Susan. Yeah, or this either. Yeah, which I do that too. Okay, now we're going to do Purvottanasana again. Step your hands back a little more. So you can do it again with the knees bent, then don't step back so much. But we're going to try with the legs straight if you want. So you're going to still keep your feet flexed, okay? Feet together, inner edges of the feet. Squeeze your legs together. Firm your knees. And before you come up, actually lift your chest any amount. Notch your head back. Keep looking at your feet or your tailbone. And then squeeze your butt cheeks together and squeeze your tailbone up and squeeze your legs in and lift your hips up. Tailbone up. Yes, Susan, you can take the head back if you like. Buttocks up more, Daniel. Buttocks up. Buttocks up. Yes. Good. That's beautiful. And then come down. That's good for you too, Susan. Yeah. Good. Okay. Good. Roll the front thighs in, broaden the back thighs, pelvic floor. So once again in Dandasana. So we're going to go to the forward bend. So if you need a support for that, you can take a blanket under your hips. Then you're going to reach forward and take hold of your big toes. So if you can't take the big toes, you can either bend your knees and or use a blanket and or use a belt, okay? So look at the feet. Take the inner feet forward, pull the outer feet back. And yeah, stay there and breathe. So I would suggest that give yourself a little support. Sit up on this blanket. Okay. Okay. And then hold the feet. But observe your feet because that's so your heels are quite a bit narrower than the balls of the feet. That's true for everyone. So the heels out a little, they don't touch. Yes, there you go. And then this heel, push this one more forward. This leg's a little shorter. Yes, this leg. Yes. You're trying to even that out and then relax a little. Relax this. And it's engage these. Yes, yes, good. Now come forward and see if you can get the toes. 2 fingers and a thumb. Yep. And then you take a breath and look here, try to keep this action with your feet and your legs firm. And then you slowly release your torso. Hollow your waist. Tuck your chin. Don't drop your head too much. Breathe. And extend this forward towards me. Yes. And pull this back from here. Yes. And push this forward. So let your toes pull your torso forward. That way. Yes. Yes. Good. Release your head. Relax your arms and shoulders. Firm your legs. Pull your waist in any amount and back up under your ribs. That's Uddiyana. And then firm your legs and inhale, come up. Be there and exhale. And then we do the outsides of the feet, same thing. Inhale, lift up, Susan. Sacrum in and up. And then exhale. So here, look here, Susan. So it's not this, right? But it's this lift of the rib basket, this hollow of the waist, this Uddiyana creates the space, the fold. Yes. Now don't, so then what you do, okay, is you're like this, and then you're like, right? So, yeah, so what you want to do is fall down. Don't pull yourself down. Pull yourself up from Uddiyana. So this is engaged and this is released. That's the idea, okay? Outside of the feet. Yeah. Now just tuck your chin in towards the notch at the clavicles, any amount, even more. Yes, be there and breathe. And with each breath, try to find more Uddiyana. Exhale and hollow, don't harden. And once you hollow, it's just like the knee falling into the abdomen when you're lying down. It's the same idea here. Let go of your hip flexors, just, yes, better. Okay, and then inhale, you come up, and exhale, release. Good. Okay, so then extend your arms forward. Now you're going to take away the blanket under your hips. Make sure you have enough space behind you to extend your arms overhead. And then you're in like Dandasana, palms down. Now you curl your tailbone under. You can point your feet a little bit. Sink your waist, round your spine. So at some point, so you get to the lower back ribs area, then you take your arms all the way overhead and you come to back to Tadagi Mudra. Yep, good, and breathe there. Now, you can widen your arms, Susan. Go wider. Yeah, there you go. And squeeze your elbows in. There you go. Good. Is that okay for you? Now, bring your legs together, Daniel, so they're active. Yeah, good. Now, you're going to point your left foot, press the left leg down, sink your waist, pull your ribs in. So your arms draw in towards your upper back. Really sink your ribs and flex your right foot and raise your right leg up. Hold it and breathe. Good. Yep. Now, if it's too much, you can always do it with the other leg bent. And you can also go ahead and bring your arms back down to your sides, Daniel. Bring your arms down to your sides. Stay with your arms down, palms down. Bend your left knee, foot flat. Raise your right leg up. Yeah. So, and then don't lift your buttocks up, right? Yeah. And engage your quadricep and push through your heel. Good. And sink your waist down. That's Uddiyana. Yes. And breathe. Okay, Susan, change legs. And Morgie, head up and down. Okay. Good. Sink these ribs down. Yes. Good. Change leg. Bend this knee. Take the other leg up. Good, Susan. Okay here? Yes. Good. Now exhale, lower that leg. So either you can do this with both knees bent now, Daniel. And if you have the arms overhead, that's great. If not, you can have the arms down. And then you try to take both legs up with legs straight. And if that makes your back arch, don't do that. Do it with knees bent. Yeah. Okay. Good. Good, Daniel. Good. Palms flat. Arms active. Activate your arms, Daniel. Yes. Good. Sink your waist, any amount. Good. Now, Susan, and so both of you guys. So Daniel, can you take the blanket out and push it to the side? And then you're going to exhale, lift your head and shoulders up, curl up and look at your belly button, reach your arms forward, like Nabi Darshana. Yeah, good. Look at your belly button. Now, you can either lower your arms and keep your legs up or rest, or you can curl up into a little bit of a shoulder stand. Don't force that. Stay there, Daniel. Take the blanket back under your head. Lower your knees. You can lower your feet down. Adjust your head. Now, stay there and breathe. Adjust your neck. Bring your arms down, palms down, so your arms are active. And roll your hips back. Think your waist down. Squeeze your legs together, knees in. Flex your feet strongly. Now, lift both your legs up, sinking your waist down. Stay there and breathe. Good. Keep your shoulders down. Good. Now raise one leg up only, just one. Good. Take a few breaths, then bend that leg and straighten the other leg. So you can alternate like that. Okay. When you need to rest, just keep both knees bent and or lower both feet flat. Very good, Susan. And you can take 3 breaths. You can work towards 5 breaths. You can see what works for you. Don't strain, right? Good. Susan's going to go to Halasana. Keep the hands on the back. Yes, unless your feet are all the way down. Good. They're a little bit twisted, but it's okay. It's fine. Well, your whole body. Yeah, there you go. That's better. Good. Good. Now, when you're ready to come out, you know what to do. You bring your arms down, you lift your head up, and you come back to Tadagi Mudra. Yes, slowly, slowly. Yeah. And you can keep your hands down for that one because your hands are already down, right? So when you come, right, it should be like that more. Okay. Don't strain. Yeah. Try that again. Go slow. Now sink just like coming down from bridge, right? You have to collapse your chest, round your spine, vertebra by vertebra. Yes. Yes. And of course your arms would have been back, but that's okay. Right? Because you're here when you come down. Oh, no, you're not. You're here. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You're there. Yeah. Perfect. That's right. And then you go to here. And then you go to there. Now it's Nabi Darshana. Yeah. And now you extend your feet and lower down. So that means point your feet a little more. Yes. Firm your knees and sink your waist. Roll your hips back any amount. Yes. Sink your waist. Uddiyana, hollow waist. Yes. Hollow. Okay. All right. Yeah. That gets lost. Yeah. So that's work. We're going to work on it. Yeah. Because when you're lowering down, it's poofs, right? So you want to, yeah, it's Uddiyana. Yeah, it's here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now we'll do our closing. So you're going to take your arms out to the side. Let's do windshield wipers. Okay, so widen your legs, arms out in line with your shoulders. Sorry. Yeah, arms out in line with your shoulders, feet at the outer edges of your mat. So we're going to do right leg 3 times, left leg 3 times. Then we'll go into full windshield wipers with the wash rag. So you're going to exhale and turn your right leg into internal rotation. So you come to the inner right foot. Your left leg can move out to the side a little, and you roll towards the outer hip more on the left. And then inhale, raise your right leg up and widen your inner thighs. Bring your feet wider, Daniel, feet wider and further from your buttocks, a little further. Yeah. Now exhale again. Just the right leg dips into the midline. Yes. It's an internal rotation. You can let the left leg go a little bit out to the side. Take your arms high up to your shoulders. Turn your palms up. Turn your palms up. Arms higher, Daniel. Yes, there you go. Let your arms relax. A little lower than that, not higher than the shoulders. Lower. Yeah. Now let your right leg reach towards the front of the mat. So your right buttock comes all the way off the mat and you really roll towards the outer left hip. Yes. And then inhale and come up again and widen your inner thighs and roll back and forth a little. And then one more time, you're going to turn the right leg into internal rotation, let it fall into the midline. Reach towards the front of the mat so the right buttock comes all the way off and you're more on the outer left hip. And then release your inner left thigh and be on the outer left foot and go all the way into a complete windshield wiper. And stay there. Don't come out. Just stay there and breathe. Don't move. That's it. And then inhale, you come up, roll your hips back, roll back and forth. So you're really paying attention to that top leg, right? Releasing all the gripping there. So left side, you're going to turn that left leg into internal rotation, right? You can roll a little to the right hip. That's fine, right? Just let it fall as much as you can. And then inhale, you raise it up, you widen, roll a little side to side. And again, exhale, left leg turns in. And then you reach for the front of the mat. You can roll more to the outer right hip. The left hip comes all the way off the ground. And then inhale, raise the left leg up, roll side to side, widen. And then one more time on the left, you let it fall into internal rotation. You reach to the front of the mat. And then you roll all the way to the outer right hip and foot and let the right inner thigh release and be in a full windshield wiper. Yeah. Don't force anything. Let it release as much as possible. Now inhale, raise the legs up. And exhale, go to the other side. And you can slowly control the release in any way. Bring your left foot a little closer in. Adjust your feet whenever you need to. So your left foot, yes, there you go. A little closer is better. Yes, there you go. Now stay there and breathe. And let your head release to the right. Yes, good. Now look at your right shoulder. Feel your right shoulder and draw the shoulder down by drawing the shoulder blade down. And then lift the elbow up and turn that arm into external rotation. So the palm faces the top of the head and let your head release more to the right. See if you can find that. Okay. Can we take this away for this, or at least a little lower since you're on the floor? Let's just give you a little height. Now, release the right arm, lift the legs and the head up at the same time. So knees and nose pass in the middle and change. Go to the other side. Slow release. Now, once you're in the full windshield wiper, draw the left shoulder down and use the shoulder blade to pull the arm down and lift the elbow up and turn the palm to face the rope wall over your head. There you go. Yeah, good. And try to do it more and more from the shoulder, right? And then your arm and then your hand, right? And then you can see how it helps the neck release when you pull this down, okay? And then release that arm and turn the head and the legs and do the other side again. Change. Yes. Now, once you've got that right arm into external rotation, you can bring the left arm into internal. But remember, so you're doing it, you just did it from your hand. Do it from your shoulder. Yes. And this one too. As much as you can from your shoulders and shoulder blades. Yeah. Now release your arms and try to lift your legs and your head at the same time, right? Because what you just did was that you pulled your head back and you lifted your waist up and rolled your legs, you know. So let that be, and don't do your arms until you've done your legs, right? Because you just did both arms the same way, right? So now do that shoulder blade. Yes. Now do the other shoulder blade, any amount, keep going. Lift that shoulder off the ground, turn. Yeah, feel how that releases your neck. Now release and do the other side. Yeah, so stay there, Daniel. Good, this arm is good. So this arm, this is the wash rag. So that arm is an external rotation. So now you're bringing this arm into internal rotation, like that. And you're actually turning that way. Yes, and then slowly release. And you can do that a couple more times on your own. Okay, try to find it. So your legs are releasing in the windshield wipers when your arms are engaging in the wash rag, like you're twisting a wash rag. Then you release your arms as you engage your legs to come to neutral, and then you switch. And your arms are doing opposite of your legs. So don't think about this arm yet. Just relax this one. So this one, draw the shoulder blade down. Yeah. And let that be the thing that turns the arm. Yeah. Pretty tight. Yeah. And then let this one lift off the ground and curl in. Just the shoulder. Turn the arm. Yeah. From here. Yeah. And then release. Okay. Take your time. And then when you're done, come back to the neutral. And you can hug your knees in if you like. Whatever you need to do, come to Shavasana and rest. And we'll rest here. Okay. And again, that takes practice. So if you feel that it might be beneficial, I would suggest trying to make it to somatics once or, a while. So we have Monday at 9:30 with Gina and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. with Michelle for 1 hour. They're both just 1 hour. Highly recommended. Okay. All right. So come to Shavasana and rest. And when you come, remember this is anatomical neutral. So you're assessing your patterns, right? And is it even? Is it uneven? Where is it uneven? Make any adjustments. Observe how it feels different than when you first came in. Observe your breath. Let your eyes be closed. Make adjustments as needed. Sense and feel. Better than when you came in. It's still tighter on your left side and more everything on your left side goes that way. Yeah, but much less than when you came in. But do focus on your left quadricep, your left knee, your left buttock, your left foot, your left shoulder, your left arm. Like, yeah, that's your stabilizing side, right? And it's still stabilizing you. Yeah. So we have the moving side and the stabilizing side, and they each have their own set of issues, right? Yeah. Good. Yes, that's the idea. So bring your awareness down into your feet, the soles of the feet. That's the Pada chakra. Those are minor chakras in the feet, not so minor. We used to collect a lot of information through the soles of our feet from the earth when we would walk barefoot. So the pores of the skin are the biggest in the soles of the feet. So let the soles of the feet be free and open and collect information and soften the feet, right? Soften the ball mounds of the feet. So that's the base knuckles of your toes, but below your toes, at the ball of your foot, spread those knuckles, soften and spread. Let there be space between those. Let your feet have room to breathe, your toes too, and the knuckles of your toes, the arches of your feet, the heels of your feet. Let that skin also be soft and sensitive. And the tops of the feet, the skin, the flesh, the tendons and ligaments and bones, and the space in between, and the ankle joints, right? The inner ankle, the outer ankles, the backs, which are the Achilles tendons, and the front, where there's an important energy point, stomach 41, hollow, soften, create more space in your ankle. That's where your whole foundation of the rest of your house is built upon when you're standing. And the inner ankles there's 2 bones in the lower leg, inner ankle to inner knee, outer ankle to outer knee. Find those bones and the space between at the shins and the calves. The deep calf muscle is the soleus. And on top of that is the gastrocnemius, which splits in 2. So soften all that. And the backs of the knees. There's interlocking tendons behind the knees from the hamstrings. It attaches on the 2 lower bones of the lower leg, and then from the calf, those interlocking tendons attach on the femur bone, the thigh bone. So those get hard and tight from sitting all day, right? So let those be soft and fluid and spacious, and the inner knees and the outer knees and the kneecap area, the front of the knee, let there be space in those joints. And the skin and flesh of the thighs, the inner thighs and the outer thighs, tops of the thighs and the backs of the thighs, those are the big muscles, right? The big leg muscles. Let them be soft and spread and release their grip on the bone. Let the thigh bones be heavy and observe how the feet and legs feed into the pelvis, right? So the bottom of the pelvis is the pelvic floor between your inner thighs, between the anus and the pubic bone and the genital area. All of that is the pelvic floor. Let that be wide. and spread. And that's all earth element, right? Mula Adhara Chakra, root support, earth element. And then the pelvic bowl, water element, Svadhisthana Chakra. Water is how we taste. Rasa is the juice of life. So water element, this is the sacred spot of the self, the sweet spot. So let the sacrum, the sacral chakra, spread, and the tailbone and the buttocks flesh away from the sides of the sacrum, the outer hips, where the thighs meet into the outer hips, and the front of the groin crease, and the inner groin, and the pubic bone, and the lower belly, in between the frontal hip points, the lower back. Let all that be fluid and soft. And then from the belly button up to the diaphragm, under the ribs, in the front, the sides, and the back of the body, all the organs of digestion, assimilation, elimination. This is the fire element, Agni, the Manipura chakra, the city of jewels, center of willpower, right? The solar chakra. Let all the organs inside this area, the precious organs, soften and spread and rest on the back body. Let the back body release towards the floor. And then the rib basket, pliable, 37 joints in the rib basket, lots of joints. And the sternum, the breastbone, the collarbones, the shoulder blades, upper back area. This whole area, tops of the shoulders, this is our rib basket. This is Anahata chakra, the heart center associated with the air element, along with the arms. So the armpits and the upper arms, the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, and the hands and the fingers, the backs of the hands and the palms of the hands are the Hasta chakra, also minor energy centers, but not so minor. Soften and sensitize the skin of your palms, right? That's giving and receiving, touching and being touched. Heart center is air element, and it's all about the giving and receiving and grasping with the hands, doing things in the world. And then tops of the shoulders, right and left, right side of the neck, left side of the neck, front of the throat, back of the neck, base of the skull. Let the ears descend towards the back of the head so you release the lower hinge of the jaw from the upper hinge of the jaw, creating space in your mouth. Relax your molars, your teeth, the root of the tongue, create space in the throat so that the breath comes easy. This is Vishuddha chakra, the especially pure place at the throat center, communication center. So it's the ether element. We hear sound, vibrations move in space. And then we speak, right? Our truth, our self-expression, and communication involves both listening and speaking. And then soften the skin, the flesh of the face. Imagine you're breathing at the level of the skin of your face. Soften the inner corners of the eyes and the outer corners of the eyes. Let the eyes be soft and liquid and release towards the back of your head. Eyes are brain matter, right? And then let the front of your brain descend towards the back of your brain, and the back of your brain descend towards the back of your head. And relax your brain. And the third eye center, Ajna chakra, command center, is between the eyebrows and a little bit up, like the prefrontal cortex area, right? And that's where beyond the elements, and it's associated with the mind, with even quality of rational and creative thinking, intuition, and learning and wisdom. So imagine your forehead is a very large eye, and just let your eyelids softly close and relax your mind, which is your sixth sense, which controls the other five senses. And then the crown chakra, infinitely petaled lotus at the crown. Let all those petals be open and receptive to universal energy, Sat, Chit, Ananda, existence, knowledge, or awareness, and consciousness, and bliss. Absolutely. Now take a little deeper breath and just let the breath start to expand and lengthen and deepen and move throughout your body as awareness, along with the breath and the flow of prana, energy, life force, as blood and lymph and nervous system connection. So you're sensitizing and spreading your awareness throughout your skin and flesh and bones and organs, throughout your whole body, torso, shoulders, pelvis, neck, head, arms and legs, hands and feet, toes and fingers. You can wiggle a little your fingers and toes. If you like, you can roll your wrists and ankles to slowly waken your body. Bend your elbows one by one when you're ready, and bring your hands to your upper abdominal region and pause there and take a nice breath or two, just observing the natural breath, the deep abdominal breath. And then when you're ready, you can bend your knees one by one and bring your feet flat and pause there and let your hands come to your lower belly. Let your lower belly hollow, let your back body release and roll towards the back and spread out the flesh. And then when you're ready, you can roll over onto your side and rest with your head on your upper arm or on the ground or on a blanket. And let your back be soft and round. Pull your knees up a little towards your chest in the fetal position. And then when you're ready to come up, you roll towards the ground. And so like you're coming to hands and knees, but instead you just pull your waist in and curl your spine up and come up into sitting. And let it be so easy. And then sit for a moment in your asana, your steady, comfortable pose. Take your hands to Namaste Mudra, prayer position at your heart center. Press your thumbs to sternum and lift the sternum bottom to top. Lift the upper arm bones, roll them back. Shoulder blades on the back, waist a little firm. Let's chant together one Om and three Shanti to close. Deep breath. Om. Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Tat, tat. Now bow your head to your heart from the base of your neck. Then release your hands to your thighs and pause a moment in this soft Jalandhara Bandha, the throat closure, and tailbone towards the pubis, sides of the waist back, so you have support of your bandha. Eyes are closed. As you inhale, curl up the back of your neck. Bring your ears over your shoulders and level your gaze. Keep your eyes closed. Move your eyes to the back of your head. From the back of your head, drop down into the back of your heart. And from there to the back of your seat and root down into your seat and stay grounded and solid in your foundation and open and passionate and warm and expansive in your heart space. And then in your head, cool and calm and collected and also wide open and expansive. And then let your eyelids gently float open. Namaste. Thank you. Enjoy the day, my friends. A cold spring day. Morgie is still flat. That's good. Oh no, he was doing his forward bend. Okay, good. All right, guys. So I have a breathing class on Fridays now, 9:30 to 11. We do some movement, those 5 floor poses. We might add in more. We're trying to